All right, let's learn some chords. First chord is going to be a D. Again, we're C shapes, capo 2, so that makes this a D, right? So you just take your ring finger, put on the 6th fret on that 5th string right there, and then your middle finger on the 5th fret on that 3rd string, and then you got your first finger on the 3rd fret on that 2nd string, that B string, okay? Okay, that's your D. Next chord we have is a G. Now the way that I'm going to play this is a little bit different. It's an F shape, right? But I like in this form, I like to play with it open, right? So again, the same thing as that C shape. We're just going to move it up. So take your fingers and move it up, right? And you're going to drop that middle finger up. Okay, and then I want you can mute this top string and play that. If you're really experienced, you can actually reach that thumb around and hit that low note if you'd like to as well. But typically I just do that and I use this middle finger to rest that. Okay? So that's our G. Then we're going to do a B minor, just the A minor shape here. Okay? So you got your middle finger on that 5th fret, on that 3rd, or actually that's the 4th string there. And then you got your 3rd finger on the 5th fret on the 3rd string, and then last you've got your first finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Okay, there's your B minor. Alright, and the last one is going to be an A, actually second to last one. And I played a little bit different here. So this is a G shape, right? An A, but in C it makes it a little harder to move around if you actually go to this G, right? So what I do is I play like a C, an F shape, or an A minor shape, and for that A, I'm right here. So what that looks like is you've got your ring finger here on the 6th fret, on the 6th string there. You got your pinky all the way to the higher E string, and then here on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, you put your pointer finger. Might be a stretch for some of you, so practice it. What allows you to do is strum that A, sus, technically, and then A. So that gives you the ability to do sus or not. Like on a song like Good Good Father, you're able to do that sus. So this is a great technique to use when you're using those C shapes, okay? So remember that's the A that we're going to use. The last chord that should be noted is the F sharp minor. Now it's a little bit odd, it's a different minor for this key, but all it is an E minor shape. Okay, so we'll leave this F sharp open. We got our 2nd finger on the 5th fret, 5th string, and then we got our 3rd finger, 5th fret, 4th string. You get that E minor there, so that's the chords, alright? Alright, let's learn that picking pattern. So the pattern goes like this. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. Let's slow that up a little bit. So 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So when I say the 1, 2, 1, 3, it's just when those fingers are actually contacting the strings, okay? 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. Let's try with the chord. So let's play that D, C-shaped chord, okay? So just use these 3 strings with this chord. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. Just try to play along with me. Now it's a lot slower than the song is, so let's go ahead and speed it up so you get an idea of how fast it's really going to be. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 3. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. Okay, try practicing with a slower tempo all the way up to that faster tempo, that 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. Just work your way up until you feel like you're really comfortable. You gotta feel at home there. I want to mention here that you want to make sure that that pattern is really the base of what you're playing. Sometimes you're gonna like vary it a little bit. Sometimes your finger might strike the wrong string or something like that. That's okay. You just want to make sure you lock in that 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. Because when you start to change chords, it gets a little tricky. So you want to make sure you have that. So let's try that. Let's try the chord changes. So we're on that D first. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. We're going to use these 3 strings to play that. I'm going to switch to the G. So you notice I switched. I shifted my hand down, and now we're going to play. That's my first note. 1, 2, 1, 3. Okay? And it just lasts for a little bit. So 1, 2, 1, 3. Then it goes to the B minor. Those quick chord changes for picking, so you got to really be careful. So you start there. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Go to that G. And then to the B minor. Instead of playing the B minor like this, the full A minor shape, I think it sounds a little bit better to drop that 3rd finger, okay? So again, I'm shifting for that last chord. This is that A chord that we learned. 1, 2, 1, 3, okay? It's a bit stretch with your fingers, but 1, 2, 1, 3. We're still just using these 3 fingers, right? Okay? So let's try that again from the top. 1, 2, 1, 3. Let's go to the G. To the B minor. To the A. Okay? So you kind of getting how the changes are going to work, right? So you got those 3 strings. 1, 2, 1, 3. It's a G, and then the B minor, and then the A. And then we go to that B minor again. To the A. To the D, right? G, B minor, and the A. And right to the chorus. Pull my pick right out, ready to go. So I like to hold my pick right here between my 2 fingers, a little bit higher, so that I can get those 3 going. That's just a technique that you'll have to learn. Some guys like to actually hold it right in the pocket of their hand too, which is kind of cool. I don't really do that because it's hard, but you can also pick, right? So I like to hold it right there. So then I'm ready, right, to jump to that chorus, okay? You might notice that it's really difficult at first to hit those chords, you know, to walk through so fast. But this is a really great tool to have as an acoustic guitar player. It's amazing. It's like a whole new world. You're able to open it up and really create the moments that you want to create with your instrument. And that's really exciting. So don't give up. Keep trying. Obviously, you can always strum. But just make sure you don't give up because it's worth it. So have fun with it.